11:05. And I wasn't going to choose violence this morning, but considering the fact that I've had trouble with my equipment yet again, and with season 11 on the way, I want to get everything right. Let's have a little fun. Trey Lance, you suck. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh, yeah! Time to get back to... Well, I'll be damned. The super producer is with us.
Release the hounds.
Yes. One request, Shane O'Mac. Flip it. Your phone, that is.
Hang on. Yeah, I can angle it like this best I can right now, bud, because I'm still on the mobile unit.
All right, leave it as it is. Good morning. Welcome to the manic end of preseason Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And boy, we got lots to do and lots to talk about. But considering the fact that our homie Droid has an update, let's get right into it. This whip around is presented by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Go to snowmanmultimediasports.com and shop all things Fanatics, officially licensed everything. All right, Droid, what you got for us?
There's one word that Vicola gives us to us to describe the Chiefs and 49ers.
Greedy.
Greed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The Kansas City Chiefs has just brought back the Super Bowl winner from Chiefs-Eagles, wide receiver that got the penalty that won us the Super Bowl. Juju Smith-Schuster is back on the Chiefs wide receiver.
New England is screwed.
Which means your Chiefs wide receiver core will be the following. Marquise Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, Kadarius Toney, and McCole Hardman.
Wow.
And here I thought the Niners were being greedy.
Greed.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to hurt New England because Juju was decent for us, but now that we don't have a receiving core worth a damn, we'll be lucky to see the playoffs.
And that's the whip around presented by Fanatics.
These guys know me so well. Our executive producer is Cole Johnson. Our co-executive producer is the big dog Shane Lake. You see him on screen. Our coordinating producer in Chicago, Victor Locke, and of course, the one in the studio here, the lovely Dr. K, Jody Snow, pushing all the buttons. The crew is back together at our scheduled time I finally got some sense knocked into my head, thanks to my lovely. And I'm ready to talk some mess.
Oh, let's go.
And you can't forget your chief hockey correspondent.
Oh, the droid himself. Oh, and we will start talking hockey.
Hockey season is on the way, ladies and gentlemen, and I am excited to
Next
bring you
week.
all the news, trades, signings, and scores.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it was only yesterday that the Panthers were hoisting the Stanley Cup, and here we
Yes,
are.
sir, and we are raising the banner in front of the stupid Bruins faces.
Wow.
Look at Shane's face.
Shane just came back, and he's getting this.
And honestly, gentlemen, talking preseason,
Mm-hmm.
as that is our first segment for today, I am impressed with a couple rookies on offense.
The first one.
Bo Nix. How is he making that wide receiver core work?
Let's see. It's Bo Nix. He knows what he's doing.
And it's
he's
not
proving
Russell
the doubters wrong. And I have a hot
Yeah,
take.
and he ain't Russell Wilson.
And it's not Russell Wilson.
He never will be. Thank God he ain't Russell Wilson.
And I think it's like Bo Nix is really showing what Sean Payton can do with the Broncos.
Yeah.
And also when he has a quarterback to tutor and have under his tutelage for an entire year, and also with a quarterback that's actually willing to be coached. Are you listening, Russell Wilson?
What?
Are you listening, Trey Lance?
Are you listening, Caleb Williams?
We will get to Caleb Williams during the second half of the show. I'm ready to dissect Caleb Williams, but we
Shots
will
are
save
fired
that.
today.
Listen, Caleb Williams.
It's early.
Listen, Caleb Williams ain't going to do it. You know what? Let me just go ahead and do this right now. I said we would put this in order. It's the North and the South divisions that we're talking about today. We'll save the East and West for tomorrow. And throughout the course of the week, we'll get into team previews as we have 2 weeks to preview everyone. And I believe I have Matt Taylor scheduled for Friday to come on and talk Indianapolis Colts. We'll confirm that throughout the week.
Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis Colts, who are going to give CJ Stroud all kinds of you know what. Now,
I looked at two other players.
Okay. The other player was?
Rookie running back Jalen Warren for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's going to be behind Najee Harris this season on the Steelers' run-first offense.
He should be in front of Najee Harris. That's my take.
You really think the Steelers are going to go run first? Come on now.
And of course, you know I got to get greedy by naming this man, Xavier Worthy.
Oh, the X-Man? Come on. X-Man is going to burn so many receivers in the AFC. It's not even funny. I told you, I have the Chiefs going undefeated and the Niners going 16-1. Our lone loss is going to be the Chiefs on a walk-off field goal in overtime when the Chiefs outscore us 150 to 147. I've already said that.
And you've noticed I've named three offensive players. Well, that's because I also have three defensive players that were standouts in the preseason. One of them is from your Indianapolis Colts.
I think I know who it is.
Laiatu
Latu. That's one Matt pointed out to me, and that's one Jody pointed out to me.
Defensive edge rusher for the Indianapolis Colts. UCLA defensive edge rusher.
Defensive rookie of the year. I'm calling it down. Oh, and a salute to y'all for being patient with me. I had to wrestle with a decision this morning. I'll talk about that at the end of the show. But we're talking North and South divisions today. And let me just go ahead and get this out of the way. Caleb Williams.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Are we going to have a Dear Caleb Williams segment?
That's for Wednesday.
I said this before. It's preseason.
I know it's preseason, but when you're talking about groups like the Moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation, whom I'll get to later, and the Midwest Committee of Bear Idiocy.
That's today.
Once again, the Midwest Committee of Bear Idiocy, because they're all idiots. You mean to tell me that after picking that up, or try again, after picking him up, looking at a couple of passes,
and seeing
that there's nothing there, you're going to put your trust in him?
Say with me, class.
Finish it, Victor.
That's dumb.
Dumb.
That's very dumb.
That is absolutely dumb.
Okay. So, as I said before, my only issue with Caleb is he holds onto the ball too long.
Yeah.
You see him scrambling and trying.
And my chief issue with Caleb Williams is his footwork.
Right.
Okay. As much as I pick on Caleb Williams, the two issues I have with him: his footwork and his mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Get those together and he's going to be fine. You also have to put anyone other than 5 300-pound turnstile mannequins in front of him.
Something that they have yet to address.
It sounds like Caleb Williams' biggest issue is decision making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, from what I've noticed, yes, his biggest issue is mainly his pass reads.
Yes.
They're
Thank you.
Missed,
Thank you.
I counted. I watched the Bears preseason. I know I went through hell.
My apologies.
I watched every single game that Caleb Williams threw.
My apologies to you, my friend, for subjecting yourself to that.
And
Right.
I was seeing how many open men would he miss this preseason. I counted in over 20 plus passes thrown this preseason, 15 men left wide open for a risky pass.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
15 different times Caleb Williams missed the first read and went for his second read.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the progression. How many times have we talked about it on the show? The progression that a quarterback goes through, even as a rookie.
Yeah.
Hello, Andrew Luck. Hello, Peyton Manning.
To
Montana,
me,
Young, Brady, right? Troy Aikman,
Breeze.
And Troy Aikman had to go through hell and a half while Jimmy Johnson was building that wall of offensive linemen.
The thing is that it seems like he's overthinking it.
He is.
Okay, like I view it like Andrew Luck back when he was with the Indianapolis Colts.
Mm-hmm.
You took the exact quarterback out of my head. Go ahead, Troy.
He was overthinking every pass and every opportunity. If Andrew Luck just learned to compose himself, look at his first read, look at his second read. If his first read's open, throw. Second read's beating his defender, throw it. That's what Caleb Williams is struggling with. He's struggling with even looking at what's supposed to be a first read. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows what a post is, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
He has thrown to the post 9 times, only completed 4 times.
Post is a very easy route to defend.
Here's a style of throw that he's missed a lot on, and I believe you gentlemen will agree with me. Back shoulder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many times has he missed Rome Odunze and DJ Moore on a back shoulder throw? And I go back to the Buffalo game where he hit them in stride, yes. But how many times did he miss the back shoulder?
You gotta drop
multiple times.
You gotta drop it in like a gem. You gotta be like a gem placer. That's why.
And he doesn't.
And I know we dog on Caleb Williams a lot. I know we do. We dog on him a lot, but I will give him his credit where credit's due. He's really good at scrambling. He runs like Lamar. He's really good on throwing on the run. That's a big strength of his.
That's a big one considering the style of quarterback that's in the NFL today. I'll always give him that. Saw that at Oklahoma.
And then one other thing, throwing under defensive pressure is a thing every quarterback needs. Caleb hasn't mastered it, but he's getting pretty good at it already.
Oh, he's getting there.
He's gonna have to.
He's
gonna have to.
Well, yeah, with his he's got to learn to throw under defensive pressure.
What he needs, and I don't know the name of the quarterback's coach for the Bears because I don't.
I don't know either, and I don't care to know.
He needs a quarterback
right
that can teach him how to make quick reads and throw on his instinct. Go with his gut. Go with his instinct.
Say that word again. Say that word again, will you please?
Go with his instinct. Go with his gut.
Mm-hmm.
Find an open man.
Wait, what was the question about the Bears?
The quarterback coach.
That's Kerry Joseph. He was with the Seahawks for 4 seasons before that.
Oh,
who the hell is Kerry Joseph?
Well, that explains
just the guy that got Geno Smith the comeback player of the year.
But that's Geno Smith. Geno Smith is actually an athlete.
That explains Seahawks.
I think Kerry Joseph, he's not a terrible quarterback coach. You know, he was able to reform Geno Smith into an actually half-decent quarterback. And now that he's left, Geno Smith is going to tank.
He's with the Bears. He is now.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But like I said, he needs a quarterback coach that can show him, make you quick reads, look at your first 2 options. If one, as Droid just said, if you see that your first option is open, throw it. If you see your second option is open, he's beating his coverage, throw it. Don't question it, just do it.
And here's the other thing that he needs to learn how to do. When you're under pressure and you see no one open, throw it in the 5th row.
Throw it away.
Yeah.
Throw it in the 5th row. Live to fight another down.
At the very worst, you lose a down.
Yep, that's it.
Yep. And I think, you know, you look at the offense. I know we've been talking a lot about the Bears offense in the NFC North. But I think one of the big things Caleb is going to have to lean on because of his offensive line is the Bears defense and their rookie prowess and all their rookies on that side.
True.
Especially cornerback, defensive back rookie, defensive end rookie, number 94, Austin Booker from the University of Kansas.
Yeah, I agree because
he was outstanding against the Chiefs in their last preseason game.
Now you just have to start him.
Yeah,
you need to start him, and you need to put him in regular.
The Bears defense has something to prove because they are not the same as they used to be in the.
By the way, I just want to remind y'all that pick that the Bears selected Austin Booker with, that used to be the Bills pick.
Oops.
Ow.
The Bills let go another gem in the draft.
That made me smile.
And to think the Bills let go of Leonard Floyd.
So who did they lose out to? They lost out to the Chiefs twice and the Bears? Imagine losing your draft to the Bears.
Well,
Rip.
The Bears couldn't mess it up. Even the Bears couldn't mess up the draft.
Who are we talking about?
I know. That's what I said. Even the Bears. This draft was so foolproof for the Bears because they only had to really get one option. After that, they could have made any other pick. It's like, you know what? It's still a successful draft. They just needed to.
Like, as soon as they picked up Roma Dunze, I was like, all right, the Bears have already had one of the top drafts.
As much as I mess with Odunze, I like Odunze.
I do too.
But here's the difference with Odunze then and Odunze now. Odunze had an actual quarterback throwing to him.
We'll see if he has one this
round. Michael Penix was his quarterback.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if
I have my doubts about Caleb Williams. I have never said otherwise. I've also been fair to people who think I'm not fair and really analyzing Caleb Williams and what he brings to the table. Does he bring athleticism?
We give him his flowers, of course.
Right.
Well, you got the Midwest Committee of Bear Idiocy that thinks otherwise.
Well,
we're going to give
that's because they're idiots. It's in the name.
Idiocy. Exactly.
But, I think one of the things that people don't understand about sports shows, we're just analysts. We're not fans of any of these teams, except the ones we have made very clear. Like me as a Chiefs fan, Snowman as a 49ers fan, Vikala as a Cowboys fan, and Shane as a Pats fan. You know, we've made those very clear. We're not Bears fans, so we don't really understand how we understand, but we also kind of don't understand from a fan's perspective how meaningful Caleb Williams is to that organization.
Exactly.
We see it from an analyst perspective, and he has a lot of negatives that he does need to work on, but that doesn't mean we won't give him his flowers. And I'd like to turn up, like, we could always go to other teams, you know, we could stop talking about the Bears right now and be like, all right, the Lions are going to win the division, move on. Because there's not really much to talk about except one thing, and is who the hell is Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison going to be catching from?
Fair. I mean, and
True.
talk to the situation like, you know, Ryan McCarthy, who's a big Jets fan. And the other thing is that we can all be critical of when our team is not doing well, and also gloat when our team is doing well.
Sounds like I'm going to be critical a lot this season of New England.
Hey,
you're not going to be critical. You're going to crash down.
Let me say this.
I'll join you on that boat.
Let me say this. I am the first to be critical of my teams that I follow and cover.
Yep.
Right? Warriors, Bulls, Spurs, 49ers, Giants, San Francisco Giants.
The White Sox earlier.
Oh my God. That's later this week.
The Colts because of the misses.
And the miss is even more critical of the Colts than I. Okay, but we give players their flowers when they are earned and deserved.
Yes,
exactly.
Darnold is going to be the quarterback. Oh hell no!
Wait, what happened?
No. Sam Darnold will be the starting quarterback from the Minnesota Vikings.
That ends their season.
Hold on, gentlemen. We'll talk Caleb Williams later. This is incomplete, but we'll have more later this week. For now, that's Snowman's take on Caleb Williams. What's yours?
Now, I want
to
bring
Darnold.
Yes,
is starting from Minnesota.
Sam Darnold will be throwing passes to T.J. Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson, and Jordan Addison. Not guaranteed that they're going to be able to catch anything, but I'm just saying right now, you are playing a risky game if you drafted Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, or T.J. Hawkinson into your fantasy lineup. You should be afraid. And you want to know who I started as my quarterback in fantasy?
Who's that?
I played it smart. I took CJ
Stroud.
Hey, wow.
And then you want to know who I sniped for my running back?
Who?
JT.
Ooh. Okay.
You know, we need to have a fantasy football league here.
Jonathan Taylor was my running back pick.
Okay.
Alongside Aaron Jones.
Considering the fact I got a fantasy football guru that comes on every Thursday,
right?
And you decided to open your big mouth, we'll do it. Y'all heard it.
But keep in mind, we only have this week to draft. Next week, drafts start to close.
Yeah.
Have fun.
All right, we'll get it set up.
I'll talk to Kyle, and we'll get it set up. Take a break. When y'all get back, more from the North and South divisions. I'll save the AFC South for last, but now but when we come back, we'll talk NFC South and the annoying, stupid, crazy. Where's that button I'm looking for? The No. And I think
this you gotta see to believe.
When it comes to the NFC South.
Oh boy.
Good Lord.
And the thing is, I'm going to defend the Falcons like my life depends on it.
Have fun. Because I sure as hell won't. Back in a minute.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Okay. Now, I have a message to get out there to people who love catfishing others.
Oh, no.
Lately, I've been getting a lot of messages saying, if you had $5,000 deposited into your Cash App, what would you do with it? And since I can't find the button I want, I can't use it the way I want to use it or answer it the way I want to answer it, but I'll answer it this way. That message is
Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Because you're going to tease a cancer patient like that that's struggling to help his family, struggling to get back into life, has a toe amputated, blood clots, and many more health issues, and you're going to say something like that without proving it? You know what? Because I'm sick and tired. I'm tired. You understand me? I'm tired.
You're tired.
Tired. I sound like my wife. I'm tired. You understand? Of these people getting into my messages and saying stuff like that when you're not going to do any damn thing.
It's the carrot in front of the horse.
It is. And I hate that.
It's another beating a dead horse production, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's more than beating a dead horse. They don't want me to beat. They don't want me to beat a dead horse. I'll beat that some into oblivion.
You'll beat it.
Yep.
You'll beat that horse down and then eat it.
Now, there's a division we did miss a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it brief. I have speculated this for a while, and my thoughts might be true. Mike Tomlin might start Justin Fields over Russell Wilson.
Mike Tomlin is coaching his last season.
Yeah.
I am going to say this out loud, up close, and personal. Mike Tomlin is coaching his final season because he's going to go 4-13.
Wow.
Whoa. And here's the thing. The Steelers will still be second in their division. The Ravens, because the Bengals and Browns suck even more.
Yeah, the Bengals
Joe
and Browns
Burrow trying to be a wannabe Eminem.
Listen,
Browns still have Deshaun Watson throwing the ball. And the Ravens, they're loaded.
Throw the ball
when you can.
If Deshaun Watson, since we're talking about AFC North, may as well talk AFC North right now. The Ravens are the kings of that division. The Steelers are going to win 4 games. The Bengals are going to win 3 games, and the Browns are going to win 2 games.
But even with those, I want to see Nick Chubb and David Njoku back. I want to see those two make a return.
Unfortunately for Nick Chubb, he's on the PUP list to begin the season.
Here's my prediction. The Ravens will win a division, hands down. The Steelers will get 4 wins. The Bengals will get 3 wins. And the Browns will go winless.
I'd love to see that.
We can.
Well, that's because you like anarchy.
Yeah, I've never denied that. I like anarchy as much as I love chocolate cake, and I'm a chocoholic.
I'm gonna try to be as realistic as possible. I say Ravens. They cakewalk their division.
The Ravens will win
13-0 against every team in their division.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you that last division game of the season, they're going to win with their backups.
No, they win with their third unit.
And honestly, I think.
And I say the Bengals. I'll give them 7 wins because they're the second best team in that division by a long shot.
Is there a second best team in that division?
Yes, and it's the Bengals as long as Joe Burrow stays healthy.
Considering how and you just got my next. And you just took my next point. Considering the fact that every other team in that division is beat to hell.
Yeah.
Every other team in that division is beat to hell. I can't find my button, so I can't say it another way. But who's going to catch Baltimore in that division?
Nobody.
Nobody's going to.
Baltimore's running it.
And
yeah, they own the AFC North.
With the way AFC North is set up, I wouldn't be surprised if Henry goes 2K.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Racks up 2,000 yards.
In fact, there'll be two 2K running backs this year.
Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
Oh, you know where I'm going.
I know.
Don't you say it. Don't you dare say CMC. He's got the cover curse. I'm sorry.
And he'll still run for 2,000 yards.
Well,
Mahomes got lucky, man. Mahomes got lucky. I'll be honest.
I will say this. If CMC doesn't get 2K, he'll have 1,000 season.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be interesting. Can 2 players who have been undercover, can they break the curse?
Yep.
That's gonna be an interesting.
Mahomes has broken the curse. Can CMC be the second ever to break the curse and win a ring after being on the cover? Because Josh Allen got hit the hardest recently by the cover curse.
Yeah,
but it's
yep.
But it's Droid. I love you, but it's Josh Allen. Who the hell Listen, once upon a time, I made the stupidest mistake in terms of comparison when it came to Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I compared him to a Hall of Fame quarterback, and I'll never do that again.
Say, who was it you compared it to? Say
Kelly.
Say it with your chest.
Jim Kelly. I saw a little bit of Josh Allen.
Can I ask you a question before you continue? What were you smoking?
I wasn't smoking. I was drinking.
That explains it.
I drank too much caffeine. Does that answer your question?
Because if you were smoking, then you probably would have compared him to Joe Montana.
I don't smoke. Okay. Comparing him to the greatest of all time, I'll never do that. I will never do that.
But when Mahomes was drafted, you want to know the first quarterback they compared him to?
Who's that?
Tom Brady.
At least Mahomes wins Super Bowls.
Tom Brady did.
I think they meant Tom Brady in terms of that is violation. That is a violation, Victor.
I'm sorry. I just realized how bad that sounds. I am so sorry. I really know how bad that is.
But here's the thing.
You're not sorry.
I'm sorry, Shane.
I'm not. I said it.
Don't apologize. Don't apologize if it's true.
I'm not apologizing for a doggone thing. There are 2 stark differences between the 2 greatest quarterbacks ever to play.
Coaching.
One played 11 years with the 49ers. The other played 13. Let me stop. There are 3 differences between Brady and Montana.
1.
I'll put all 3 in one sentence.
Okay.
The greatest of all time never took a Super Bowl. Now, a preface. If there's ever a fight that Shane and I will have on the air and we'll both wind up laughing for 2.5 hours because we've done it already, this would be that fight.
And the thing is, Mahomes is an amazing quarterback. But the reason I can't call him the greatest of all time after winning 3 Super Bowls is one reason.
Mm-hmm.
He lost to Brady.
Yeah.
You call that a reason?
I can't. Well, if you can't call Brady the greatest because he took an L, then you can't call Mahomes the greatest.
And I don't. Mahomes still has a lot more fun to have, and he's got a lot more to prove.
But here's my question, Snowman. If, and I call a big if the Chiefs go 3 in a row, can you put Mahomes in that conversation?
No.
No. Wow.
No. Thank you, Victor. No. Never, ever, 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 ever will I put Mahomes in the greatest. Well, let me try that again. I will never put Mahomes in the greatest of all time now. I won't put him in that conversation, even if he does win 3 in a row. Because as I said before, and I'll say again, the greatest of all time never takes an... when it counts.
I'll put this.
And the other reason I can't put Pat Mahomes in the greatest of all time conversation, though he is climbing up the charts very rapidly at age.
So you mean like he can at least be the second greatest?
Droid, how old is Mahomes? 28? What's he? 27? 28?
He's almost 30.
He doesn't play like it. He plays like he's 21.
Exactly.
Honestly. With behind the back passes and left-handed passes that still find receivers.
Talk about that, like who in the hell does he think he is? I'm a Chiefs fan, man, and that was just flexing on your opponents.
Disrespectful.
That was just disrespect.
And the thing is, he said he was mad at Kelsey for running the wrong route, and it still produced a 16-yard gain.
I'll put it this way. I don't know if someone will ever say he is the GOAT, but Pat Mahomes is going to make that conversation very difficult.
Mahomes, let me be perfectly frank. He's already in that conversation. All right, let's just be real. 3 Super Bowls.
I will definitely never say he's the GOAT because you are right. Montana never took him out.
3 Super Bowls in 4 years. He's in the conversation. Will he ever make the top of the mountain? No, because he took an L in the Super Bowl. Oddly enough, against the.
It's another one in the GOAT conversation in Tom Brady. Let's be honest.
I feel like if you made
Tom Brady got aided by a tuck rule.
I feel like if you were to make,
I'm a New England fan, and I'm not going to argue that.
If you were to make a Mount Rushmore of the greatest quarterbacks, you better already have Montana chiseled in.
Listen, my Mount Rushmore quarterbacks. Now this is from 1980, from the time I started watching football. Montana, Young, Bradshaw, Kelly. There you go. No, switch Kelly from Marino. There. How's that? Montana, Young, Bradshaw, Marino.
And Kelly's that should be the correct one. That is the correct Mount Rushmore.
Montana,
but if we were to make a Mount Rushmore of active quarterbacks, who the hell would be on there?
Mahomes and Purdy. There, get out of here.
Mahomes, Purdy.
I think you could make an argument for Lamar. He
I was going to say Lamar.
Revolutionized the scrambling quarterback in the NFL.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
I can think of a few people who did that better.
Listen.
There's people who did it better, but you don't really talk about scrambling quarterbacks. They don't really get drafted much from the past.
Listen,
because they weren't ever able to do it.
Droid, you don't hang around me long enough. Hang around and you'll know I talk about scrambling quarterbacks a lot. And of course
I can think of a couple of players in the 80s that revolutionized scrambling. Cunningham and Moon.
And yet none of them are in your top 4.
No, because my top 4 actually won. Who are your top 4 of all time? Since we're talking Mount
of
Rushmore.
all time, I got it. Like Montana was chiseled in from the day I was born. All right. From the day I was born, Montana had been fully chiseled in. They gave him a nice jawline. His hair was already done.
Look at the look on Shane's face. Now, he's a Patriots fan, folks. Shane is a Patriots fan. And he has admitted to me several times over since we have been friends. We've been friends 13 years. That every time I mention Montana, he gristles at me. Yet, he cannot make an argument otherwise.
I like because as much as I look at the stats.
There are 2 reasons, and I've had so many Brady fans. I love them all. Come after me saying, "Look, you got to acknowledge Brady as the greatest." No, I don't. And I'll tell you why. 1, Montana never lost a Super Bowl. 2, Montana never threw a Super Bowl interception.
I think I gotta put Marino up there personally.
Oh, for me, the 4th spot is a tug of war between Marino and Kelly. Why? Because as I've had Richmond Webb on the show, I've had who is that guard's name? Glenn Parker, former Buffalo Bills guard, on the show. I loved watching both of them go at it in a tug of war in a football game.
Oh, I have something interesting for y'all later because I had a talk with Trey Smith.
Who the hell is he?
Offensive lineman for the Chiefs.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
But I gotta have Marino up there, mainly because my dad grew up in the South. He cheered on the Dolphins. For a long time. He told me stories about the undefeated Miami Dolphins and watching them.
Yeah.
For me, it's a tug of war between Marino and Kelly. And it's like I said, when those 2 got together, especially in a playoff game, it's a war. Kelly would throw for 3.5. Marino would throw for 330.
See, my top 4 is very similar to Snowman's, except for one difference.
Aikman.
Yep. It's going to be Montana, Young, Marino, Aikman.
I think I really do have to put Young up there because there's not really an argument I can make against Young.
I was a big fan of Young when he got in. I was like, okay, you know what?
The voice crack is what drives me insane. You really can't make an argument against Young when you're voice cracking when you say his name.
How many Packer fans have their voice crack when they say Steve Young?
Too many.
I'll put it this way. And you know what's
there
funny?
Is one more quarterback.
You know what's funny is I get a lot of flack for my Mount Rushmore because of 2 reasons. So I have not put in Jim McMahon.
Who's
which
he?
I do love Jim McMahon.
Let me show some love for this guy, for this person right here. Put Pitbull Mama 67 saying, "Hey, Snowman stuff from Brandon Mason show." Thank you very much. Stopping in. Have a wonderful stopping in to show support. And while we're doing that, Arku is with us as we're in the Fanatics Feedback Zone. What did I say? It was funny. What did I say that was funny? They do eat horse meat in France. Not I, says me. Sick Diggy joins us again. Stroud is great. That he is. And I love this one right here. I criticize the Cowboys the most. You ain't the only one, Arku. Because they don't ever learn.
No, they don't. They really don't.
Trust me. Who has been on here fervently, continuously criticizing Cowboys, and especially the Moronic Republic?
You.
Exactly.
I think Victor ran out of to give when it comes to the Cowboys and the Moronic Republic.
It's not that. It's not that I don't care. I do care. I want this team to do well because, like I said, I'm tired of having reports on the floor to get kicked. The problem is that so long as the Moronic Republic remains the supreme voice, nothing gets changed. Nothing gets fixed. Because everyone's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. We're going to win the Super Bowl. We got all the pieces. We got this. We got that. And it's like,
have I heard that before?
We had this last year. And what happened? We had this 2 years ago. What happened?
What happened?
We had this 3 years ago. What happened?
but to finish mine, Mount Rushmore, I have Young up there. I have Montana. Yep. I have Marino. This last one, I only put him up here because of how close to my heart he is.
Okay.
When I was growing up, I cheered on the Chiefs. But there was another team that also stayed close to my heart, and it was the Green Bay Packers.
Brett
Mikowski or
Favre?
So
I can't not put Brett Favre on my Mount Rushmore.
And that's the other people don't.
It would feel wrong.
Top 4.
Because Steve Young beat him once, but he beat him.
And he was afraid of Brian.
You know, I've been trying to mull around my top 4 for the longest time.
Before you give your top 4, I can't tell you how many times as a 49er fan Brett Favre royally pissed me off.
Hey, I'm a Bears fan. I was a Bears fan once upon a time. How many times did he make me mad? How many times did he make me mad?
Oh, 99 yards to Robert Brooks.
Right?
99 yards to Robert Brooks.
Still haunts me to this day. That one play is like, wow. 99 yards. 90 blanking 9.
Really? Yep.
Really?
Well, I have a little bit of breaking. Hold on a minute. I have a bit of breaking news myself.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And it's kind of not a surprise.
Okay.
But what?
Two pieces of news for the 49ers. Matt Breida and the 49ers have parted ways, giving Breida a chance to sign with another team. And they are close to signing a reworked 2-year deal with Hall of Fame left tackle Trent Williams. So Williams will be in tow come week 1, which means the Jets ain't getting around him. There.
Now
Shane,
it's about time we get to somewhere.
Like where?
Let's take our small little flight that's going to last maybe an hour, like maybe 10 minutes. And our time is going to maybe last 10 minutes. Talking about the weakest division in NFL history.
Before we do that, Shane, you're Mount Rushmore quarterbacks. And I already know one of them right now.
Yeah, well, he's number 2. You're going to be surprised at number 1.
Talk to me.
I gristle at this, but I cannot go wrong. Montana Brady, 1-1A.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Give me Steve Young, and I'm flipping between Favre and, believe it or not, John Elway.
Oh,
you know what?
Okay. Elway isn't terrible. He's a good one as a kid.
Elway's a good one.
I can't argue with. See, you know what? My father, my late father, bless his soul. You know what he used to call Elway?
What?
Bucky Beaver, because of that. Because of that.
Well, y'all saw that a lot.
Yeah, we did. Because every time the Broncos and the Chiefs played at Mile High Stadium and NBC had the game, they would join it in progress, because if a Bears game aired on NBC, this is how it was in Chicago. If a Bears game aired on NBC, they would pick up the late game after local programming. So we'll say about 6 o'clock Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chiefs would be leading by 6. Mom would get excited because she made her picks for her office pool and mistakenly picked the Chiefs, and I told her not to. And she said, I'm going to win this game and win my pool. Dad would just walk by and go, watch out for Bucky. And I'd run upstairs laughing. Why? Because just as I hit my pillow laughing, Elway will hit Vance Johnson in the end zone for the game winner.
Yep.
And I'd walk downstairs and walk by my mother, who'd have this look on her face, and she'll go, say it. Say it. Like, what? She'll go, just say it. I'm like, what? You were saying? And I'd get a piece of candy thrown at my head.
Yeah. Elway was a heartbreaker.
It's better that than a shoe.
True.
If there was a shoe thrown at me, then no thanks.
Better
right?
Shoe.
Look, if a shoe thrown at me, I either messed up in school or I messed up around the house.
Oh no! If you messed up in school, the belt was coming. We can forget.
Yeah, if I messed up in school, Lucifer was coming out.
Yep.
And Dad didn't play.
No,
neither of my parents played when it came to grades. But if I messed up in school, Lucifer was coming out. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, the shortest division conversation, and somehow we have to stretch it for 20 minutes. Why? Because we're going to pick on Kirk 2 Chainz' cousins for 18 of them.
They all suck. Let's move on.
Well, you know we can't make it that easy.
I'll
Damn it.
Kirk his flowers.
You know we can't make it that easy.
I suppose 2 Chainz can get his butt kicked for 18 minutes.
Droid has undertaken a very unenviable mission. He's going to defend the Atlanta Falcons.
You have to defend the Patriots. Quit your laughing.
At least I'm defending my own team, damn it.
I don't have to defend my team because we beat you to smithereens.
Droid, I got you. Droid, I got you. He has to defend the Boston Bruins.
Do well in the playoffs.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life-holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Snowman here, the super producer there, Droid and Victor with us. You can catch us every day beginning at 11 a.m. for Snowman in the Morning. And you know the best part? The new season, season 11, begins September 2nd on Roku, YouTube, Zebo, and other podcast outlets. Now, back to business.
You mean back to ripping on 2 Chainz for 18 minutes?
Droid, I just have to ask, why are you defending? Why are you taking on the enviable task No, check that. Unenviable task of defending 2 Chainz cousins at the Atlanta Falcons. I will sit back and listen.
Because for once in this wide receiver core's life, they have a quarterback that can throw the damn ball.
Oh, you mean Michael Penix?
Michael Penix can learn from Kirk Cousins.
No, I'll stop you right there. Defense over. I'll stop you right there.
I'm not going to stop,
though. You know what the Falcons need to do? You give Michael Penix the ball right now.
Yep. Best decision they can make right there.
How do you think Justin Jefferson, even remotely got 1,000 yards in the last couple seasons?
Well, shoot.
Who was passing him the rock?
2 Chainz cousins.
Exactly. So what tells you that Drake London can't do the same?
Because it's Drake London.
True.
You got everybody who's possible at a breakout year on that offense because they have 2 quarterbacks. One can throw the ball, one can teach. Because that's all his old ass can do.
Yep. And you give Michael Penix the ball right now.
Drake London can have a breakout year. Kyle Pitts, specifically, the tight end, can have a breakout year. Bijan Robinson can have a breakout year.
Okay, this is where me and Joy will have a playful fight. Bijan will get 1,000 despite 2 Chainz cousins. Drake London may get 1,000 yards, but he has to stay on the field. Kyle Pitts, he has to stay out of trouble. And then I have 5 problems, and I have 5 problems in front of 2 Chainz cousins.
The offensive line?
That would be it. I have 5 problems in front of 2 Chainz cousins.
We'll see what happens. I know.
I'd like to believe that Atlanta can win that division by 4 games. I'd like to believe
and they will, because you're going to trust Derek Carr to win the division? You're going to trust Bryce Young to win the division? You're going to trust Baker Fakefield to win the division?
Can I correct your statement? I don't trust no one
to win that division.
I trust them all to go 5-10-2 in that division.
Let's put it this way.
Anarchy.
We don't
complete
think anyone will outright. We don't think anyone will outright win a division. The last 2 years, the winner of the South Division has won off pure luck and by everyone else sucking.
Well, that whole damn division sucks.
In other words, my favorite word, default.
Yes.
Because
now, I will say,
cannot tell me. Would I like to give Atlanta a shot to win that division? Yes. Okay, let me be real. If they go back to the old school uniforms, then maybe, just maybe, I'll give them a shot. And of course,
I want to see that red helmet back. I want to see that helmet back.
No.
No, I don't
think so. If they can combine it with a decent uniform, I want to see the red helmet back. But sadly, logo designers and uniform designers suck.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Look at the Patriots uniforms.
Look at the Buccaneers uniforms.
I'll put it this way.
Look at the Buffalo Bills uniforms. They went back to the white helmet.
I'll put it this way. I do believe that Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins does have something to offer. And if it is a teaching role for Penix, then fine.
The issue I have with Kirk Cousins, 2 of them. He's 36 years old, and he's coming off of a major
injury. Also, take consideration that the way the Falcons did it, kind of sucky. Because you just rolled out the Brinks truck for Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins, and then you turn around and you draft a quarterback. Maybe this was not intended. But the message that is sent is that they really don't think Kirk Cousins is going to be worth that much because he's going to get hurt. Which is going to send them to his craw, which is probably going to set up a quarterback controversy that they did not need.
But here's the problem.
I made this point to you, Victor, and I gave you what could possibly be the reason. They're pulling the Chiefs. They have a veteran quarterback starting, but have their rookie learning. Because that's all I think, in my personal opinion, that's all a rookie should be doing is learning from a veteran, not immediately playing.
And that's fine. That's fair.
In this case, I think the opposite.
But do you think?
I mean, and you're right, Droid. You're right. You're absolutely right. A rookie should be doing nothing but learning. Okay, nothing but.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where my jokes kick in. First of all, it's the Atlanta Falcons. What the hell have they done since 1999?
28-3.
Thank you. Second of all, what have you got to lose?
Like the max thing you got to lose in the NFC South is a playoff spot. That's the max you can lose, unless you're the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got nothing to lose. But if you're the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints, you got a playoff spot to fight for and a possible chance to make an upset, just like the Buccaneers did last year against the Eagles.
Okay, I gotta ask this. Do we trust anyone in that division to win it?
No.
Right.
I will be realistic and say that I can only trust two things, and they're on separate teams.
One,
the Saints defense.
Since when?
You got Tyrann Mathieu, Super Bowl champion Tyrann Mathieu, that single-handedly led the Chiefs defense against the 49ers and was kind of the only reason the Chiefs defense did good against the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. So
you have a good leader in Tyrann Mathieu. He was a troublemaker in the past, but now he's a great leader.
No, he's not. Don't tell that lie.
I'm not telling no lies. Right hand on the Bible, I tell no lies.
Mm-hmm. Look at Shane's face.
This boy thinks he's Harry Hogg in Days of Thunder. They call up the women, start telling lies.
I look at Kool-Aid McKinstry.
That's a great name.
It's a funny name. I love it. Apparently, that's his nickname. I'm happy that's not his real name, or else I would have looked at his parents and been like,
it's his nickname, and I learned this while he was at Alabama. It's his nickname because of his smile. Because
the Kool-Aid. Okay, that's kind
it's because
now you realize it, Victor.
That's kind of
funny. You just now realized.
I'm like, what? Kool-Aid? I mean, because look, if you a kid in the 1990s and it's hot in summer, what's the one thing you want?
Kool-Aid. Lots of it.
Yep.
That's all I'm thinking about.
Kool-Aid, man. Lots of it.
But like I said,
I looked at his film from the preseason. He's pretty good. He's pretty damn good.
Yeah. McKinstry's gonna make an impact.
I'll say Saints defense has been strong, to say the least. They've been very
the strongest in the South.
Unfortunately for the Saints, they've got no quarterback.
They have Carr.
They have anybody else.
It's look. Okay. Shane's going to throw me a virtual punch in the face.
Oh, no.
But I must do this. And I'm doing this because it's the first time we've had Shane on in 2 months.
Yes.
Because of equipment issues. And secondly, because I can't help but pick on him because he is here.
Mm-hmm.
You're comparing Derek Carr to Jacoby Brissett. You're watching Derek Carr to save. Look at Shane.
Shane is done. He's remembering that big news we put on when Nathan Rourke went away.
And that's worse. Wait, which one's worse? Nathan Rourke getting traded by the Patriots? Or what I just said?
Nathan Rourke.
Nathan Rourke.
Because
hands down.
You're comparing.
I remind y'all that one of the Saints tight ends is also their backup quarterback.
Well, the Patriots got the same problem. His name is Drake May. Got him.
That's like trying to That's like trying to take Kelsey and have him throw the ball.
Here's the difference. Kelsey actually can throw the ball.
No. If I'm going to take a tight end that can throw the ball, I'm picking Kittle. Kittle can throw.
Well, Kelsey can throw too. And I love them both. It's like giving the Cowboys Jay Novacek again. And Novacek was kind of mobile. All right. But you're comparing, since we're talking NFC South, you're asking Derek Carr to do for the Saints what New England is begging Jacoby Brissett to do for the Patriots.
Good luck with that.
Right.
You're asking Faker Mayfield and his turnover factory to do for the Buccaneers what you're begging Caleb Williams to do for the Bears.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, oh boy, I'm gonna get punched for this. You are begging Bryce Young to do for the Carolina Panthers what the Boston Bruins couldn't do against the Florida Panthers, which is be competent. And he rips.
Why? It's like asking, telling the Falcons to trust in Cousins over Penix is like telling the Bruins to score against Sergei Bobrovsky. They just can't.
I come back for the first time and I'm getting my ass handed to me. What the hell, man?
Wait. Let's calm down. You're asking. All right, y'all ready?
Oh no.
Y'all ready?
Go ahead.
You're asking Derek Carr and the Saints to win that division the same way you're asking Zdeno Chara to score against Corey Crawford.
Rude.
What they say?
Shut up.
This one's for Droid.
Okay.
It's like asking. We got him back. Mm-hmm. Then I'll have to repeat what I said a moment ago.
Okay.
We'll wait for him to come back up. You're asking Kansas State to somehow form an offense against that Jayhawk defense. And to repeat what I said a moment ago, which is probably going to cause Shane to go off camera again.
My phone threw a fit. It had enough.
It hadn't thrown a fit yet.
Not yet.
Right.
Because asking Derek Carr, Faker Mayfield, and Bryce Young to rescue that South Division is like asking Zdeno Chara and company to score against Corey Crawford in Game 6.
Why?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Where did Droid go? Droid must have stepped away for a moment. It's like asking the Boston Red Sox to actually hit against the Astros.
Jeez. It's like asking the Chicago White Sox to hit with runners on second and third.
Mm-hmm. Like asking the White Sox to hit, period.
Well, you're not wrong there.
Like I said, we rag on our own teams when they deserve it. And the last couple of years, and Snowman can attest to it, they deserved it.
Yep. Man.
You know, it's like asking. Oh boy,
asking Derek Carr to be competent. It's like asking DJ Moore to be the number one wide receiver for the Bears.
Asking the entire NFC South division be competent is like asking Austin Dillon not to dump somebody on the last lap.
Even better.
It's gonna hurt.
Even better.
This is gonna hurt.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Dak Prescott to be a quarterback.
This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt because it's gonna be like shooting myself in the foot. Asking the NFC South to be competent is like asking the Dallas Cowboys to win a Super Bowl.
In other words,
I'll do you one. Asking the NFC South to be competent is like asking Jerry Jones to be competent.
Yes, that's true.
You know what? I'll do you one better. Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking the Chicago Cubs to go back-to-back world champions.
Now you're asking for miracles, sir.
And since
asking the NFC,
and since Darian is with us, I'm going to go one step further. And Darian, this is for you, and this is a joke only. Asking the NFC South to play competent football, and we do mean every team in that division to play competent football, is like the Raiders not hiring Josh McDaniels in the first place.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking LeBron to lead the Lakers to a championship.
Oof.
Asking the NFC South to be competent is like asking Mac Jones to be an MVP.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like the equivalent of the Patriots being smart and not letting go of Nathan Rourke.
Right.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking the referees in January of 2002 not to institute the tuck rule for one play. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. Brady's getting cooked again. He's out of the league. He's out. He's already retired.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Brad Marchand to actually finish the series against the Florida Panthers 2 years ago. In 5 games. On a breakaway.
Ow.
With an injured goalie facing him.
Ow.
I'm bad. What the hell are y'all yapping about?
Asking the NFC South.
We're giving it to Shane.
Asking the NFC South.
It's like asking, and Joy, what you missed was this: asking the NFC South to play competent football, save the Falcons, is like asking Brad Marchand to finish the job against an injured goalie in Game 5 in front of 18,556.
Asking the NFC South to be competent is like asking Zach Wilson to be an MVP quarterback.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry, that far.
I'm sorry, Mr. McCurry.
I'll go one step further. Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Trey Lance not to throw the football. At all.
Yes,
in the preseason.
We would like for him to not play football. We would like for him not to be on the field. We like for him not to be in Dallas. Just go away, please.
Okay, Victor.
Oh, no.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Tom Grossi not to be a Packer fan.
No, well, we know that's not happening.
We know that ain't gonna happen.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Stephen A. Smith not to be a prick.
That's not happening either.
That ain't happening either.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like telling Shannon Sharp to stop having bad takes.
That's not happening either.
We ain't got nothing. We already know the end of that sentence. Right?
Ain't happening.
We already know the end of that sentence.
Mr. LeBron James is one of the best to play ever.
Okay.
Asking the NFC South to be competent is like asking Pat McAfee not to get drunk on air.
Which he's done several times.
Yes.
Asking the NFC South.
Including Saturday.
Yep.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking bronzesexuals to stop glazing brawn.
And that's not
you know what? While we're having fun with that, asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking LeBron to actually develop a jump shot. Wait,
this joke is brought to you by the City Field.
This was only supposed to last 20 minutes. It's now lasted 40. Do I care? No. Asking the NFC South, and we're joking around, folks. Asking the NFC South to play competent. You know what? Who are we? Look, asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking our crew to actually cheer for the Seattle Supersonics.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like telling Darian Hopkins to not be a Raiders fan.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Speaking of Darian Hopkins, he's in the Fanatics Feedback Zone.
That he is. The good homie Darian Hopkins is with us in the feedback zone. Here you go. Asking the NFC South to play real, competent football. Regular season football. I can't believe I'm going to come up with this. All right, y'all ready?
Careful.
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Deion Sanders to get the Colorado Buffaloes to play competent football. Oops.
Oh!
Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking the NFC East not to implode in the playoffs.
That is
asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Gary Bettman to manage the league properly.
Oh,
even better. Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Adam Silver not to be a puppet for the NBA.
Oh,
get out of my head! I was about to make that joke.
Yeah,
asking the NFC South to play some competent football, some really good gridiron football, is like asking Austin Matthews to not choke it with the Maple Leafs.
Damn. Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking the Tampa Bay Lightning not to choke against Corey Crawford in Game 6.
Asking the NFC South to be competent is like asking Tiger Woods' ACL to be competent in 4 rounds.
Oh.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we know that can't happen because of the many injuries he suffered before that.
Yeah, that's true.
While we're talking about competent football, let's get specific. Asking the Carolina Panthers to play competent football is like asking the Boston Red Sox to bring back Hanley Ramirez because they can't hit worth a damn at Fenway Park.
Well, they gotta blow that up and start over.
Oh, Rafael Devers can't do it all himself, and Durant's barely turned the corner.
They need to blow that up and start over for the Panthers. It's just
so do the White Sox, but that's tomorrow.
Well, White Sox are we as you said, the White Sox are starting to see that, and they're starting to make changes. So
they're starting to make changes
for that one. For that one
Look,
time,
asking the NFC South one more. Asking the NFC South to play competent football would be like asking Sid Diggy not to provide us funny ads throughout the course of the show, and he ain't gonna stop doing that.
And I don't want him to.
Nor do I. Asking the NFC South to play competent football is like asking Tiger Woods to. Oh,
what?
I'm not.
Oh boy.
Ooh. You wrong, Sick. I love you, but you wrong for that.
Stick Giggy decided to go nuclear with that one.
He did.
Yeesh.
Okay, I will post it and I will let you read it. Do not read it aloud.
Please don't. Yeesh.
Sick, that's twisted.
But where's the lie?
There is none.
That's the sad part.
Sir, that is scorched earth policy, and I'm here for
asking the NFC South to play competent is like asking Sammy Sosa not to use a corked bat, which he got busted with twice on occasion.
I remember that.
So do I.
Asking the NFC South not to. Asking the NFC South to be competent is like asking Bonds not to juice.
He actually didn't, but no one will talk about that aloud except me. Asking the NFC South to play competent baseball is like asking me not to love Frank Edward Thomas Jr., a.k.a. the Big Hurt.
NFC South playing baseball? Well, that can't happen anyway.
Dun, dun, dun. Here you go. Asking the Carolina Panthers to play competent football. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Asking the Carolina Panthers, while we're getting specific and real scorched earth, to play competent football is like asking Jared Mayo to beg for Bill Belichick to take his job back because Jared Mayo can't do the damn job in New England.
Okay, let's ask this question. Instead of just ragging on the NFC South, which I have no problem doing because I enjoy it.
Same.
Let's ask this question. What does each of these teams need to make
Jesus
a miracle?
You know what?
Jesus.
And again, Shane steals my idea.
Because
that's what I was going to say. Jesus.
They need Jesus. like we asked about these teams during the damn draft. What do they need?
Jesus. What they need to do is blow up the NFC South and bring down the CFL.
You don't want that.
Be actually better football.
Like, for instance, okay.
2 reasons. 1, it is better football, and 2, it would cause quite a war broadcast wise.
Okay. What do these teams need besides Jesus?
Jesus again.
Michael Penix.
Okay. Well, we have Michael Penix. What else do the Falcons need?
A deal with the devil.
Defensive coordinator, honestly.
A running game.
Okay.
A deal with the devil.
A running game with a running back that don't fumble the football. Bijan Robinson, I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I think
they need Marshall Falk
here, but they need an offensive coordinator that can actually, coordinate an offense.
Which Raheem Morris ain't.
Okay, what
Who
about...
is there? You know what? Let's do some live research. Who is their offensive coordinator?
You don't want to know.
I was going to say Matt Eberflus, but he's in Chicago.
I'll tell you what Atlanta truly needs is 2004 Michael Vick.
You don't want that version.
Man.
Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing 2004 Vic running Atlanta again.
I'd mind. Because
why? He'd actually...
Because they don't have a running back.
Did they really have one back then either?
Unless you count Warren Dunn.
Yeah.
Warren Dunn by that time was in Tampa. Okay, here you go. It's like asking Droid not to be a fan of the Chiefs. Yeah, we know better than that.
I'll tell you exactly what the NFC South needs. Madden. It's the only way they're making the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
If anybody from the NFC South, someone from the NFC South has to make the playoffs. That's per rule. Rule. And unfortunately, I know that.
It'd be Atlanta.
It would be Atlanta. So much as crazy as we talk about the NFC South, if there is a logical choice to win that division, it will be Atlanta.
Yeah, it'd be Atlanta.
It would be.
Wow. The boys actually agreeing with me. It's a miracle.
Well, come on, Droid. You know, as much ish as we talk about the NFC South, we're also logical. You know that. The guys know that. If there was a logical choice to win that division, it would be Atlanta.
Yeah, because Carolina's going to go over.
Actually, Tampa Bay is going to go over.
You got Tampa going over?
I have them both going over. But then again, I want anarchy. I've never shied away from that.
True.
I've never shied away from that. And Carolina didn't have a damn running game. Unless you count Chuba Hubbard. And I want to know who the hell is Chuba Hubbard.
Right.
I want to know who in the blue hell is Chuba Hubbard. Even when I lived in Carolina, I never knew who he was. Even when I lived in Carolina, I had no idea who the hell he was.
I don't even know.
Asking the Saints to play competent football is like asking Eloy Jimenez to stay healthy.
Asking the Saints to play competent football is like asking Sean Payton not to put a bounty on people.
Ooh.
Stay tuned.
Ouch.
Oh boy.
Stay tuned. Come on. For some you know what? We'll talk about the West divisions later. Let's take a break. Finally. When y'all get back, we'll break down the NFC North and how competent that division will be, if it is possible. Back in the deuce.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Being competent and playing competent football in the NFC South or the AFC South is like asking Pro Football Hall of Fame to induct Roger Craig.
Ooh. It's like asking the MLB to induct Pete Rose.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There was some venom from that one. I can feel that one.
Yep.
Roger Craig, John Taylor, Tom Rathman, Darryl Johnston.
Yes, please.
The Moose should be in the Hall of Fame.
Really should be.
The Moose should be in the Hall of Fame. Period.
Yep.
Tomorrow, we'll preview the East and West divisions in the NFC. But now to the NFC North. The only competent team in the NFC North are the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
The second competent team in that division, as much as it gristles me to say it, would be Green Bay.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
The two teams are trash.
Not wrong. I mean, let's look at it. Let's be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what Detroit did last year. Look what Green Bay did last year, and they only got stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can say with a smile, they lost to the same team.
They did.
Miraculously, but they lost to the same team.
Yeah, miraculously is the operative word here.
It is the operative word.
Two bad gambles sealed the fate of the Lions.
Yep.
Poor Dan Campbell. And it's going to be 2 bad gambles that'll cost them again.
They may not even
Now,
have that same type of impact. I hope they do, but I'm not sure.
There's a team in the NFC North that I feel sorry for, but then again, I don't.
And that is
2 of them. The Chicago Bears and the Minnesota
Vikings. You don't
Vikings.
feel sorry for them.
You didn't hear the rest of my sentence. I said there's teams I should feel sorry for the NFC North, but I don't.
One is the Bears. We know that.
The other's the Vikings.
I just feel bad for Paul. I don't care about the Vikings.
Paul's going to get it.
I just feel bad for Paul.
Paul is going to need therapy.
Or a stiff drink.
Wait a minute. Paul's needed therapy since 2003.
True.
Fair.
Nathan Poole. All right.
Man, Paul's needed therapy since Randy Moss.
Mm-hmm.
Paul's needed therapy since Brett Favre threw across his body. This is in Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. One of the best calls ever.
Yep.
That has come back to haunt.
Wait. Paul's need, and we're talking, of course, we're talking about legendary Vikings announcer Paul Allen, the longtime voice of the Vikings, who's absolutely fabulous. Paul's needed therapy since Blair Walsh.
Ow!
That's the most recent hit. That's the most recent hit. You can't say he's needed therapy since 2019 because they went into San Francisco and got their ass kicked.
Yes, it is.
Okay? You can't say that. They lost 27-10 there. I'm talking about hits that Paul Allen took, and anyone who has covered one team for a long time, I did it for Brother Rice for 12 years. You are a part of that team.
Yep.
And you're going to take the same kind of hits.
Lord
knows I have.
That crack about Detroit has cost him so badly.
Yes, it has.
Detroit, man, this is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, seeing how the Lions have just roared back to prominence, that has cost him.
That's reared its ugly head.
Yeah, it has.
I should get my mouth shut because these guys came to play. My God.
And I love what the Lions have done.
I do too.
And I hope they repeat it. I was
the first one to call. Like the Lions are on the.
You did. You've been calling it for a couple of years. You kept saying, watch the Detroit. Like, man, what the hell are the Lions gonna do? Man, they shut me up.
Because
yep.
they gone back to what works.
Yes.
Running the football.
Because they actually got a running game.
I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it. I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I have the compilation handy of a couple minutes of the some of the greatest moments of Paul Allen. When he folks, this is courtesy of the NFL and all the sports networks that have aired Vikings games, and of course KFan 100.3, the flagship station of the Vikings. Enjoy the next 2 minutes.
High snap, put down. Joseph, come on! It is gone! No, he missed it. Are you kidding me? He missed it right. He missed it right. Oh, my heavens. Oh, my. He missed it right. What a gut punch to a team, Paul, that play after play.
Poor Paul.
Missed it by like a foot. And Blair Walsh from 27 yards left hash. Snap good, spot down. Walsh's kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it. Are you kidding me? The season can't end like that. He missed it left.
You know why this was always sticks with me?
Blair Walsh missed a 27-yard field goal.
No, man.
And the Minnesota Vikings are going to lose 10-9.
For that one,
back to
I was
pass.
hoping that would happen.
Now he fires over the middle, intercepted. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
You gotta be kidding me.
It was intercepted by Tracy Porter, near side to the 40, and John Sullivan runs him down at the 47-yard line. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe what I just saw.
I cracked up.
Looking at that play, he should have just held on to it, Paul. He should have. He could have easily gotten 5 or 6 yards if he would have just pulled that thing down and dove forward. But why do you even ponder passing? I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
Continues to run.
This one right
17,
here.
16, 15.
See, they have to
This
go
is where
deep
they.
into
This
the
is
end
where
zone.
Paul
We better
needed
put some
therapy the
people in
most.
the end zone, right, Joe?
That's exactly right.
I mean,
Get
there's
back
nobody
there.
inside the 10.
Get back,
Here
guys.
it is. The season's on the line.
This was
Two
done
receivers
Tecmo
left and
Bowl.
right. McCown takes the snap. He steps up. He's all by himself. Fires into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! No! No! The Cardinals have knocked the Vikings out of the playoffs. I believe it was caught by Nate Poole. He's being mugged by his Cardinals.
That one with Blair always makes me laugh because I was so hoping that he missed that field goal because I said if the Seahawks go to the championship, the Panthers got them, and that's what happened.
I just love the call.
Yeah.
I tell you something funny. I watched the feature on Paul Allen, and he was scared after he made that call against the Cardinals in 2003 that he was going to lose his job.
Why would he?
Well, if you're just getting started with a team and you're in the NFL, you're under a microscope.
Yeah,
true.
But
you're under a microscope.
But when you hear that passion, he's echoing the voice of every Viking fan who also watched that exact same play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you watch compilations of that Brett Favre pass, and you hear the dejection and anger in his voice, and you watch compilations of other Vikings fans watching that same play, they all have that same dejection and anger.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's just echoing.
Yes. He is literally a voice for the people.
He's just echoing what Vikings fans are feeling. He's just saying it aloud.
The people.
He is just saying it aloud.
I thought that was hilarious because
when I heard his call of the Blair Walsh missed field goal, I was sitting in Starbucks.
I was
listening to it live. I laughed my head off for 10 minutes.
I did too.
Right.
I did too.
Laughed my head off for 10 minutes.
Because I was able to get some of the call from
KFAN.
from KFAN. And I was like, that's PA. And then as soon as he heard, he missed it. Are you kidding me? I was like, oh no.
So y'all know what I did, right?
You clipped it.
I sure did.
You clipped it. We have it.
I sure did.
He was.
I sure did clip it.
It's a continuous show of what Paul Allen means to Minnesota.
Yes,
he is a voice for that fan base.
He is their voice.
Are you kidding me?
He is their voice.
And there are plenty of times where someone has said that. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
God knows I've said it.
We've all
that
said
clip.
it.
That clip has been played here alone too many times.
Someone has the exact moment when I said, "Are you kidding me?"
Mm-hmm.
Please don't show it, but
I won't.
But it's
I won't.
But that's, to me, PA is like a part of that bygone era of announcers. Now announcers are way too corporate.
They're way too vanilla.
Way too corporate, way too vanilla. I mean, you had PA, Jeff Joniak.
Mitch Holthus from the Chiefs, Greg Popper from the 49ers.
Right.
The one who got me started, Jim Durham.
Matt Taylor.
Yep.
Michael on the drive across the lane. Turnaround shot. Got it. 63 for Jordan.
A day that will live in infamy. April 20th, 1986.
You want to know who inspired me really to get into sports?
Who?
He's the TV announcer on Valley Sports, South Florida. He is known for the call, "Let's go home, baby," after every overtime win.
Florida Panthers voice.
Steve Goldstein.
Jose. No, I'm
and
kidding.
their radio voice as well, Doug Plaggins.
Doug, yeah, I love Doug. I love both of them. But the fellow who got me into hockey was Pat Foley.
Pat Foley is great.
Longtime voice of the Blackhawks, and now current voice, John Weideman. Current Blackhawks voice, radio voice, John Weideman.
Remember when Mike Emmerich was calling hockey games on the BCSN?
Yes.
Good God, Doc.
Doc Emmerich.
There's another person that you can't say that you can't overlook. John Sterling.
True.
Man.
John Sterling.
Shut up, Victor.
I'll give you another one.
Because you know I love John Sterling.
Right.
I'll give you another one who used to be. I'll give you another one who used to be here in New England and end up going out to Slam Diego. Don Orsillo.
Don Orsillo. You know who Don Orsillo sounded like for a long time to me? Sean McDonough.
Yes, I was about to say another one that brings memories back is McDonough.
Well, I got one of my own. One of my very, very dear friends. If this will come up and things will act right. It's acting right. Y'all know this voice very well.
0-1. And Alvarez belts it deep to right field. Gets it goodbye. Unbelievable. The Astros a walk-off win. Yordan Alvarez, a walk-off 3-run homer. And the Astros stun the Mariners in Game 1 of the division series. Incredible.
The House of Horrors for the Seattle Mariners continues as they mob Alvarez by home plate.
That is radio voice Robert Ford of the Houston Astros, who is
what happened again.
You know what? How about a baseball preview when we dive into baseball tomorrow?
Okay.
Dear Seattle Mariners, you screwed up.
Yep.
You didn't get the job done.
Seattle
no, they did not.
Led the American League West by 10 games in June. 10. They now trail by 4.5.
They nosedived badly.
That's bad.
They led that division by 10 games.
And then the All-Star break happened.
It all comes tumbling down.
But why do you? Let me pose this question to everyone here and everyone that. Why do you think that is?
Pitching.
Lack of offense.
Yeah, because Seattle's offense is abysmal.
I'm gonna say pitching.
Abysmal.
Pitching didn't help, but the offense just fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know why they lost their offense? Because they lost Teoscar Hernandez.
And they gave him away.
Yeah, Randy Arozarena ain't helping that much.
Who?
Exactly.
They choked it away. They choked it away.
Look, Randy Arozarena, what the hell is he going to do for that offense? They need some bats. And Arozarena ain't him anymore.
Nope. Arozarena was once feared when he was down in Tampa.
Yeah, keyword was.
Yes, keyword was.
Was.
Even Boston didn't want to pitch to him.
Do you blame him?
No.
There is one division we have yet to talk about, though.
And that is?
The AFC South.
There's nothing to talk about. It's a 2-horse race.
Exactly.
It's CJ
Jacksonville's not
Anthony Richardson. Jacksonville sucks, except Trevor Lawrence, and Lawrence is still beat up. Then you got the Tennessee Titans. Dear God in heaven.
Tony Khan has made more moves in AEW than he has for the Jaguars. He needs to do something else now.
Boneheaded move.
Bonehead
Gave
move.
away
Remind you of
Derrick
somebody?
Henry to the Ravens.
And you let him walk.
You let him walk.
You let Derrick Henry,
He made up
your
60%
all-time
of
leading
your
rusher,
offense.
walk off.
He made over 70% of your offense, and you let him walk.
For every year that he was there.
Now you mortgaged everything on Tannehill.
For every year that Derrick Henry was there, he was 70% of your offense.
Yes.
He knew every team in that division, and he knew he could run over every team in that division. But now unfortunately, who the hell are you going to depend on?
Well, there's no
one.
Well, wait, there's no.
Well, maybe
there's
no.
Well, I heard that. No.
You know, there is the
No. That's that possibility is gone.
That possibility is by the boards. Oh, you know what? Since no.
You know, I heard that there was somebody that. No, wait, they ended up leaving as well.
Yeah.
You know, they had that one. No.
Oh, wait a minute, fellas. There's that. No, there's not that. He left too.
No.
And
you know, I heard they spent the farm on a quarterback. That's the problem.
You're going to trust your offense on Will Levis?
Who?
Exactly.
Yep, that sounds about right. It sounds like Tennessee Titan football.
You are trusting Will Levis.
And you wonder why Cole Johnson just completely eviscerated them every time he had to talk about them.
Especially when they had the nerve to wear the old uniforms.
The gall,
which they're going to again then this year.
Say it again, Victor.
The gall, the balls, the nuts, and the nerve to come out in Houston Oilers gear.
Oh, we all know Tennessee is going to do it again this year.
How dare you?
The Houston Oilers, they ain't.
How dare you?
The Houston Oilers, they ain't. My goodness, are you kidding me? The Houston Oilers, they ain't. Not even close.
That
makes
the unmitigated gall.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, you
to wear that.
And then do it against the Houston Texans.
The Houston Texans.
Really? Yeah, I was gonna say Astros.
You had to say Houston Astros. I love it.
You're going to wear Houston Oilers gear against the Houston Texans and don't think that CJ Stroud's going to put a foot in your behind and walk you dry?
Which they did.
CJ Stroud turned into Stone Cold.
He really did.
Dropped their ass with a Stone Cold Stunner and walked it dry.
Stunner, rock bottom, pedigree, tombstone, last ride.
By God, it killed him. By God, it killed him.
A clothesline from hell.
Snapped on the ankle lock and then put him in the mandible claw. I mean, they did everything to the Titans.
And walked them off with a clothesline from hell.
And they deserved it.
And they deserve every bit of it.
Every bit of that beating.
They deserve every bit of that clothesline from hell.
Every bit of that beat down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to happen again.
Yep.
It's going to happen again.
It's going to happen.
I can't wait for it.
I really can't either. I can't wait for it either. It's going to be fun to see. Clowns.
Absolute clowns.
I tell you what gets me for uniforms is why the hell San Fran is going back to the shaded numbers for a couple of games.
1994. 1994.
I wonder if
a little tribute to 94.
I wonder if the Browns are going to go back to that orange.
I'll tell you what's going to suck is seeing the
Don't put that thought in my head.
I'll tell you what sucks is what the Giants are going to be wearing for a good part of the year, those commemorative Centennial uniforms.
Oh, God.
You call those commemorative?
That's what they did.
Have y'all seen those upcoming 100th anniversary Giant uniforms? If you want to call it that.
The actual jersey itself looks like it belongs in Montreal.
Yeah, the Montreal Canadiens.
Montreal Canadiens.
Not the New York Football Giants. Does not belong there.
No, it don't.
They look like sweaters and not jerseys. Which is scary in and of itself.
The New York Giants. Oh,
New York Football Giants. They're gonna suck.
Yep.
Preview for tomorrow. I have the Redskins winning that division. And the two games that'll decide it will be the two games against Philadelphia.
I could see that.
I still think Philly's going to take it. I think they're just too strong right now. Not saying that Washington can't get more for the money.
Redskins winning that division.
Not saying the Redskins don't have the horses, at least right now, that they're not on their way. I think it's going to take a little bit of growing pains. Because mind you, they are acclimating to a new quarterback.
Say the same thing about Houston. I'm trusting my gut. My gut says Redskins, and I'm going with it.
Mind you, they're
I'm
also
going with the Redskins to win that division.
They're also adjusting the fact they have life without Sam Howell.
Dear God in heaven.
Where is Sam? Extraordinaire.
Where is Sam?
Isn't Seattle?
I have no. I think so.
Oh,
yeah. What's his Sam Howell's in Seattle?
Oh, jeez.
So you get to beat him up 2 times a year.
Oh, Jesus, he is. He's in Seattle, which means we get to kick his and Geno Smith's ass.
Yep. I thought like he's in Seattle, so you get to kick his ass.
So we get to kick his ass twice.
Yep.
You whoop his ass twice this year. Lord have mercy. On that note, we're getting out of here. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We hope y'all are too. East and West divisions tomorrow. We're out of here. See you then. And that's just a little glimpse of what you get when we start season 11 on September 2nd, returning to Zebo TV.